Hello everyone and welcome to my book haul for the month of February. So in the thumbnail I'm holding up a few books, but it's not all of the books that I received in the month of February. So we'll kind of go through this a little bit at a time. I ended up with 22 books, I think. Definitely more than I wanted to bring in, but it is what it is. Okay. So let's go ahead and start. My mom and I went to Barnes & Noble and I got some books. And that's these ones here. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of hold them up and we're just gonna go, because otherwise this video is gonna be quite a while. So one of the ones I got, because they all looked good. This one is The Magicians by Lev Grossman. This is book one of the Magicians trilogy. So this is Penguin. So yeah. So there is that one. I mean, it says it's an original series on sci-fi, I guess. But it says The Magicians is to Harry Potter as a shot of Irish whiskey is to a glass of weak tea. Hogwarts was never like this, so I'm already intrigued, but I was intrigued just by the cover alone. So I got this one. And then I was intrigued by this cover. So this is The Orphan of Cemetery Hill by Hester Fox. It says, the dead won't bother you if you don't give them permission. I think I remember reading on the synopsis that she can commune with the dead. So a necromancer, I think, but I like that kind of gothic feel, old-fashioned feel. And then I purchased a manga, and I've seen this manga before, and I've thought about getting it because it's cats. So I need to look into a little bit more because I'm wondering if it's part of an actual series. So I am going to have to look into it just a little bit more. But regardless, I got it, and that's Cats of the Louvre. This is by Taiyo Matsumoto. So as you can see, there's a white cat there, there's a white cat peeking out there, and it's just, so there's some of the art. There's a cat over here, so it's just cats of the Louvre. So completely title and cover by because it's cats. So yeah, that's what I got. Okay. And then I read from this author before, which is Susan Wiggs, and so I wanted to get another Susan Wiggs book, and this one is Snowfall in the City. Now I have found out this is like 10th or 11th or 7th or something like that book in a ongoing series. I don't know if this particular one can be read as a standalone or not. But you'll see later on, I did, in fact, purchase the first one so that I could ultimately, hopefully, get to this one. And to see if it can be done as a standalone or not. So if you've read this, Snowfall in the City by Susan Wiggs, definitely let me know if it's something that can be done read as a standalone or not. But yeah, so I'm interested in this, and I think that cover looks really kind of romantic and such a pretty setting. Anyway, okay, so there's that one. So I had those ones, and then at the front they had kind of mystery books. I don't remember what, they were wrapped in white paper, and the person that set them up wrote kind of like a hint of what the book is in. I got one of them because I believe it mentioned cat, and then I don't remember what the other one mentioned. Anyway, ended up with Morty, a novel by Robert Repino. A feline assassin searches for his lost love in Repino's strange, moving, fast volume of epic War with No Name trilogy. So this is the start of a trilogy. But yeah, so I didn't know until I opened it what it was, but I definitely did not have it, so that's good. And I've never heard of this one. The next one that when I got home and unwrapped it turned out to be The Martian by Andy Weir. I have yet to read an Andy Weir book, so this is a mass market paperback. It says, a mission to Mars, a freak accident, one man's struggle to survive. And I believe, if I remember correctly, this was actually made into a movie, and I have not seen the movie. It does say now major motion picture, so there is that, but I definitely want to read the book. So it's from the synopsis from the movie, it sounds good. I know people have said it's good, so we'll see if I like it. So this was one of those other surprise mystery books. So then my mom gave me 2 books. They are middle grade books, and I'll have to look into it more to see if it's just a duology or if there are more in this series. But she read the first one and then lost interest and will not be reading the second book, but she thinks that I will like them, so she gave it to me. So book 1 is this one. It is The Mystery of Black Hollow Lane, and this is by Julia Nobel. And then book 2, it's, okay, so this one says Beware of the Order of Black Hollow Lane. So, and then this one says, this is The Secret of Whitestone Gate. So this one's book 2. So my mom read this one, but not this one because she lost interest after the first one. So, but she thinks I'll like it. She says it sounds more like something that I will like. So I got 2 books. The next book I got because I read the first book in the Cozy Mystery series and I really wanted the second one so I could pick it up as soon as possible. So I picked up Death in Dark Blue. This is the second book in a Writer's Apprentice mystery. But yeah, I like that. I love the covers of Cozy Mysteries. They tend to be really cute and I really like them and inviting. Okay, this next set I got because, so the company that I work for, this retail company, what they do is when you've been there for 1 year, you get a $25 gift card and they let you select where it's going to be. They give you some options of like, I don't know, 5 different places. So that's for year 1. And then you don't get another gift card until you reach the 5-year mark. And then it's 5 years after that. So 5, 10, 15, etc. Well, I have now been with this company for 15 years, so I got a $375 gift card. I was not interested in most of the places like JCPenney's, Kohl's, Sportsman's Warehouse were 3 of the options. Wasn't interested in any of those places because I don't go there and I'm not in the market for clothing and things like that. And I haven't found stuff that I really like at those locations anyway. That's my style that I like. The next option was just a standard Visa gift card that I could spend anywhere. But knowing myself, I know that that would be wasted on probably food. So, and just kind of like a little bit here or there. And I would feel like I have nothing to show for what I've worked for to be able to get that gift card. So the last selection was Amazon, and that's what I selected, was an Amazon gift card. So $375 to Amazon. I got several things. I ended up getting like a yoga mat because I do want to try yoga. I got a nightlight because I can't stand a pitch dark bathroom. What if I have to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom? So I got the nightlight. And a couple little odds and ends that I needed. So like some treats for my cat and stuff like that. So just some random stuff like that. But I also got books. So I got the Susan Wiggs, which is Summer at Willow Lake. This is the first book that precedes this one. So, and there's books in between, but definitely am able to start this one. And it has that kind of velvety, buttery feel. So Susan Wiggs, Summer at Willow Lake. And then, because I finished Elantris by Brandon Sanderson, I wanted to pick up Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson so I can get to this whenever I can get to it. So Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I also purchased, this is another author I've read a whole series from, The Butterfly Collector. So this is Hutchison, and this is Deadly Waters. And I absolutely love the cover on this one, how eerie that is. But yes, Deadly Waters by Hutchison. And then I know that I have some of these by more than one author, so I'm going to kind of... Okay. So then I purchased the 5th book in Phoebe and Her Unicorn Adventure. So this one's Unicorn Crossing, and I think there's like 11 or something like that. Anyway, so this just little graphic novel by Dana Simpson. So this is the 5th one. I also purchased, a while ago, I read The Accidental Beauty Queen by Teri Wilson. Have wanted for the longest time to read another book by this author, so I purchased A Spot of Trouble by Teri Wilson. And this gives me 101 Dalmatians vibes from the cover. Yeah. I don't know. So we'll see. Maybe it's a spin or a retelling of that. And then I purchased a book that's an auto by author for me at this point, and that is Wendy Webb. So this is her most recent release. She has one coming out, I believe, in October or December, but this year supposedly. But this is the newest one that is out, and it's The Keepers of Metsan Valo, if I'm saying that right. But again, love the cover. I like the cover of all of Wendy Webb's books, but she is definitely an auto by author for me. Okay, and then I got these next 3 books are all by the same author, and that's Lizzie Shane, and this is actually a trilogy. So I think this one's the first one, which is Once Upon a Puppy by Lizzie Shane, and then I think the second one is this one, which is The 12 Dogs of Christmas, and then the thing about this third one that bugs me is it is smaller. There we go. You can see it a little bit better there. It's smaller than the other 2, but, and it's a different style of cover. Anyway, so this one is To All the Dogs I've Loved Before. Yeah, so just all 3 of these by Lizzie Shane. It sounds like it's a very sweet book or a series, and I'm excited to get to these. Okay, so I also purchased, these other ones are just because I've read books by these authors and wanted to read another one, and I enjoyed the books enough that I wanted to actually purchase the books. So I purchased by Miriam Parker, The Shortest Way Home, and these ones I don't know, I absolutely do not know anything about. I just know that these are authors I enjoyed their writing and wanted to check out another book. And then this one is Summer at Castle Cafe by Donna Ashcroft. I read, for Donna Ashcroft, I do remember because it was fairly recently, it was like Christmas in the Scottish Highlands or something like that. Very sweet, clean romance, and so I'm hoping this is along the same lines, a sweet, clean romance. Plus, I just absolutely really like the cover. It's very cute. So, Summer at the Castle Cafe by Donna Ashcroft. All right, the next 3 books. So this next one I recently completed reading Speak, which is a hard read. Keep an eye out for, I still have to film, as of filming this haul, I still have to film the review for it, but I'll do a review for the book of Speak, which is a hard read. It is about, it's following the perspective of a victim of rape. So that is hard, but I wanted to try out another one of her books, and this is Fever 1793. It's kind of the eyes are kind of jaundiced because the whites of the eyes are actually yellow, and this takes place in 1973 where there's this, all I know is that there's this virus that's heading closer and closer to the main character's home, and things are getting more real and kind of scary and stressful and stuff. But I think it sounded good, and I look forward to picking this one up. Now, the last 2 books, I re-signed up for Book of the Month. So, rather than doing an unboxing, because I'm just going to try to stick to one book, and I don't really want to do an unboxing separate for that, unless you guys would prefer that if I get an overwhelming amount. Otherwise, I'm just going to include them in a haul. But I got 2 books, so this one I have had my eye on. This is the Book of Magic, a novel by Alice Hoffman. This is the Practical Magic series. I think this one is book 3, if I am not mistaken. And I have all of the other ones, and so I just needed this one to complete the collection. Have I read any of the books in this series? No. But I love the movie, and so I figure I will love the book, and the books from the first one that I read a while ago, it sounds good. So hopefully soon I'll get to this one, but yeah. So part of the Practical Magic series. I think it's book 3. Okay, and the last book I got that sounded good, I think it was tagged as like a thriller, and I think it is because the tagline says, "The Golden Couple, Perfection is Deceiving." So that is The Golden Couple by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. I'm guessing is how you say that. So this is the other option. This was the one I selected for, it was $5 to reactivate because I have done Book of the Month before, so I spent the $5 to reactivate it. I selected this one for the monthly pick for the month of February, and then I chose this one as an add-on, which is $10. So $15 for 2 hardback books is pretty dang good. So that's it. Those are all the books. Again, I don't really know a lot about any of these. If anything, do I know about them, but they look good. For the ones that I have heard a little snippets about, they sound good. And some of them I've read from the authors before and really enjoyed them, so I'm excited to continue on with some of the authors' works. So that's going to be it for this February book haul. Did you purchase any, get books, or receive any books in the month of February that you were most excited to get to? I think out of all of these, I am most excited to get to, I don't know, there's just some good ones. I think I'm most excited to ultimately get to The Keepers of Matsan Valo, just because it's Wendy Webb, and I absolutely love the atmosphere of the Wendy Webb books, because they're all gothic, have some paranormal elements, and things like that, and so I've absolutely loved them. This gives me, the first book I read by Wendy Webb's was The End of Temperance Dare, and it kind of gives me those vibes a little bit, because it's it's a similar cover. The End of Temperance Dare was a darker cover. It was more black, but it also had one individual just kind of right here looking the opposite way as this one does. So I think I'm more excited to get to this one just because I know I love this author's work. So that's it for this video. So until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I'll talk to you later.